Tony Blinken called me in December when the government fell. And I'm sitting up in Maine. It was a heavy snowstorm, actually. And I'm sort of wondering, like, this is surreal. I'm sitting in my living room watching snow, and Tony Blinken is calling me and asking what to do about Syria. So he said, you know, Robert, what should we do? Should we talk to him? What do you think? He knew that I had met Shara twice in 2023 because I had informed them. And he said, well, what do you think of him? And I said, well, I just don't think he's not the kind of al-Qaeda guy we think of with al-Qaeda. So here are some examples of things he's doing which lead me to think he's something different. I mean, first of all, that's his wife. How many of you ever saw a picture of Osama bin Laden's wife? How many of you ever saw a picture of the head of ISIS's wife, Ayad Baghdadi? I'm going to give you just a little bit of Islamist ideology. Salafi, jihadi Islam. The legitimacy of a government, here in the United States, it comes from elections and the Constitution. If you are an al-Qaeda Salafi jihadi, the legitimacy of a government does not come from elections, because elections elect people who make laws. And they say people are fallible, and so the only infallible source for legitimacy is God and God's law, the Sharia. If you call for elections, they would say you are an infidel. That's why there were no elections, for example, in Afghanistan. But about a month ago, he said, we're going to hold elections in Syria. It's not going to be right away. It's going to be in 3 or 4 years, but we will hold elections. You cannot be a Salafi jihadi and call for elections. It just doesn't work. So something is going on here that's not your normal al-Qaeda guy. He invited a group of American Jewish people to go who had Syrian origin. They had not been there in 50 years. It was a conscious decision to do that. Do you think Osama bin Laden would have had that? Ayad Baghdadi? No way, he would have murdered him.